Hey guys, welcome to another one of my How Riot Broke series. You would have probably heard of this before in some way, and if you've been playing League for a little while, you'll have noticed three major things this season if you think about it. Firstly, it's easier to come back in games. There's less of a snowball, early leads don't really mean as much. Number two, games are going a lot later this season. Number three, junglers are rarely useless if you think about it. Invading is nowhere near as common either. This all happened a while ago, but recent changes in the game like Knight's Vow, tanks getting better, Ardent Sensor have made it seem a lot worse. It started in patch 6.9 last season. Jungle items were given bonus experience for farming when behind. In 6.24, which was the pre-season of this season, the plants and the big jungle shakeup happened, rewarding farming a bit more. In 7.1 this season, they lowered the first clear experience, so early junglers were not as dominant, and in 7.4, we had the introduction of catch-up experience and tower first blood gold was down. Catch-up experience is actually the reason all of this has happened. It's a really good and a bad thing at the same time, but it's definitely broken at the moment. Catch-up experience is being a lower level than the game average means you are given free bonus experience in order to catch back up with everybody else. If you've had a poor early game, you've had the wave frozen against you, you've kind of missed a lot of CS, died a lot maybe, run around too much instead of farming, you'll be getting a lot of bonus experience in order to stay relevant and still stand a chance to win. There are three types actually. There is team-based, enemy-based, and jungle-based. Now team-based is earning a killer assist while you're below your team's average grants a bonus. The enemy-based is killing a higher level enemy, grants a bonus, and the jungle one is this jungle items having the mechanic on them where you gain bonus experience for each level higher than the monster is the new. So this last one is actually the reason that it's very obviously broken. The team and the enemy based make a bit more sense and require you to win fights to kind of work. Junglers though have this early choice between farming and ganking, right? If you gank but it's not successful, you don't get any farm, so you don't get kill experience like that and you're going to fall behind. Good jungle players will manage the balance between farming and ganking together. They get a big CS lead and experience lead, but that doesn't really matter anymore, and that's where the frustration kicks in. If we go back to the jungle items experience bonus, 30 per monster, that is a higher level than you. So jungle camps levels are determined by the champion level average in the game. The reason this can actually be abused properly, like deliberately abused as well, is because number one, it's bonus per level camps are above you. So if the camp is level 10 and you're a level 8, that's going to be a 60 bonus per monster. Number two, it is exactly that per monster, not per large monster, every jungle monster you kill. So if we assume there is a 1 level gap at the moment, so the jungle camps are 1 level higher than you, Gromp is going to give you 30 bonus experience if you kill it because it's just one big frog. If you kill chickens, raptors, it will give you 180 bonus experience, the large one plus 5 minis, so that is 6 times the bonus experience. If you kill Krugs, it will give you 300 bonus experience per level that it's ahead. It has 10 monsters in it, 6 small ones, 3 medium, and 1 big. Remember, if that was 2 levels above you, it will be 360 for raptors and 600 bonus for Krugs. That's kind of the reason this is all busted. It's really obvious how crazy that is, but like if you battered the enemy jungler and you're the highest level in the game, that doesn't really mean as much at all anymore. If you farm raptors on your side, you're going to gain about 145 experience because it'll be the same level as you. The jungler you put 2 levels behind farms and gets 505 experience instead. 1 level ahead would still be over double at 325 for doing the same thing as you. This is why as a jungler, if you really want to stop this happening, you have to control the enemy jungle, especially their Krugs and raptors, kill their camps, leave 1 monster up, maybe like a small one. That's how you stop them catching back up. The other side of this is annoying, but it's not as bad. If you're losing fights, you're getting aced, you aren't getting bonus experience anyway. If you do manage to win a fight, you will get this massive boost in experience and suddenly be back in the game though. If you aren't sure how experience works anyway, here it is on the wiki. It gives a kind of a breakdown, but then add on the catch-up bonus and it makes a massive difference. That part is probably overtuned, and that is why comebacks happen a lot more. Have you ever had that kind of feeling of taking one bad fight, like making one bad play probably cost you the game? The thing is, it actually probably did cost you the game. The big part of why they come back is because they've gained like 1 or 2 levels from that fight as well as the gold. Comebacks are a lot easier because of this. Games go later because, as well, let's face it, everyone makes mistakes and teams stay more even. That is actually a really good thing for the game. It makes it more fun if you're the ones behind, and it does make more even games, but it also makes playing late game champions less risky and better. If you play Twitch, you get behind, but you get a few kills mid game, like in a fight or something, suddenly you are back in the game again because you've gained like 1 or 2 levels. It's a good and a bad thing is what I'm trying to say. If you get behind, the game isn't over. 1 good fight and you can get back into the game, so there is no real reason to give up this season. Games aren't as snowbally anymore. It's not over as soon as you make like a big mistake or lose a fight early game. If you're the jungler and you get behind, you get invaded, or like you play a tank who can't farm as well, you will catch back up and stay relevant for teamfights still. This is a really big reason why tank junglers are actually so good, because they can't really necessarily farm early, but they get this catch-up experience to stay relevant. The issue though is that early leads mean less now. Freezing, winning lane, dominating aren't as useful unless you play a clean game. If you don't make mistakes and you use that lead you get before they abuse a catch-up experience, then it does still work, obviously. This is the part that most people miss when they complain about it. If you play an early game jungler or an early game AD carry, you are supposed to win early game. If you cannot turn that 2-level advantage 50 CS lead into a win, then is that Riot's fault for making it too easy to catch back up, or your fault for not using the lead? In my eyes, it's a bit of both. Riot overtuned catch up to make the game easier and also to make the game more fun to play. You should be able to turn an early advantage into a win, but like Riot do make it a lot harder for you this season. I hope this all made a lot of sense and gave you more of an idea of how to actively abuse catch up experience. If you feel like I've earned your sub with this video, then make sure to stick around. Thank you for watching, but for now, I'll leave you with robots.